Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Ammar, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we're absolutely thrilled to be joined by Paul D'Souza, the founder of the D'Souza Group, a boutique advisory firm that helps startups and SMBs engineer revenue growth by aligning leadership, strategy, and systems. With decades of experience spanning sales coaching, venture advising, and tech innovation, Paul has helped hundreds of founders unlock scale and sustainability. Paul, welcome to Founders Future.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you having me. This is really exciting. I
Yeah,
love telling my story because I love my story.
I'm excited to dive into it. I
Awesome.
always like to start from the beginning of the story. So if you can take us on a trip down memory lane to before you started the D'Souza Group and before you really got started in your entrepreneurial journey, what were you doing at the time? And then what was the motivation behind starting your company?
Wow. So I think there are two starting points, and then they come together, right? So for a good many 10 years or so before I launched the D'Souza Group in October 23. No, back up, October 2003.
Okay.
I was selling multi-million dollar IT services deals, integrating Siebel and Documentum. I can date myself. I go back to 98, 99, selling Y2K deals, data
Nice.
warehousing at AIG and Johnson, New York, New Jersey area. So selling large enterprise software deals and the related, correlated services deals. I'm talking million and a half with what the smallest deals, four, five, $6 million were the average deals. Logos like Johnson, like I said, Delta, Becton Dickinson, companies like that, AIG, Chase Manhattan. And along the way, had some really good runs. One, two, three jobs, but one 2 year cycle, I sold $10 million because these are long, complex deals.
Mm.
A lot of $1.5 million, $2 million deals. But they were pretty complex. So the question is, I was a sales guy in New York, New Jersey, on the bleeding edge. And then and along the way, I was teaching meditation and doing energetic healing work as a way to
Interesting.
balance myself and traveling to Madrid and Sao Paulo and Buenos Aires and all over the US, just giving away, in quotes, this energy healing work that I really had developed as a mastery and was a big part of myself. And I said, man, I developed this philosophy, this body of knowledge. I didn't call it a philosophy yet. I call it conversations in harmony because I was
Mm.
running hard, selling technology, but then finding my balance, teaching meditation and self awareness and doing these workshops. Then along the way in 2003, I saw this four and a half, $5 million deal, and my then consulting company I was working for, the CEO decided, or the division head decided not to pay me a $250,000 commission check. And I was like, man, no, thank you. I'm not going to
Yeah.
participate. So I just quit. I
Yeah.
had a good run. I didn't have to work for a while. I
Bad decision on
enjoyed
his
this. Big pardon?
bad decision on his end to not pay you that.
Yeah, exactly. But companies do that, right? They validated, they justified it. I felt no, you owe me $250,000. But instead of fighting because they could lawyer up and I didn't want to, couldn't waste the time and money, I said, let me go do what I love to do. And this is the message I want people to get. The
Mm.
seemingly bad situation ended up being the best pivot of my life.
Mm.
I moved to Georgia. I couldn't afford to not work in New York, New Jersey, right? But I could in Georgia, literally 2 hours out of Atlanta on the South Carolina border. My sister was there. And I bought a small house and it didn't work. So I just did what I love to do. I went to Unity churches. I was doing workshops in meditation and self awareness and telling them, oh, and if you have any questions in business, this is how you would do it and how you anchor your business on your truth, on what you want to do for yourself and your family, and then make sure the business supports that.
I
And that
love
was
that.
my message. That's how you get harmony in your life.
Yeah. I love that.
Then I morphed it into a whole methodology, a body of knowledge. I call it the way of harmony. Gave it a Japanese name because I studied weaponry and martial arts in Bushido in Japan. And so I call it Wado, like Aikido and Judo
Mm.
was the way of
Yeah.
harmony, right? And that really became a cornerstone. And I launched my practice because I was at one of these Unity churches giving away what I love to do. And the guy said, can you help me improve my business. Took over as an interim CEO. Just
Wow.
within 3 months, I got that opportunity in January of 2004 for a company in Georgia that made spectrophotometers.
Wow.
Turned them around 60% in 18 months, working just half days because the daughter was there, he was there, the wife was there, restructured the entire company. And then they said they could take it from there, and they left. And then I went to my next client. And really, I've been doing what I love to do since 2003, focused on, and I still do that. I help companies scale, but my
Mm,
approach is anchored in helping the business owner, the leadership address their personal goals,
I love
right?
that.
Tell me the whispers of your heart.
Yeah. Ooh, that's powerful. I heard this quote the other day where it's build a business that serves you, not you serving the business.
Exactly.
Something
The
that helps
business has
you.
to work for you.
And it sounds like that is your approach,
Yeah.
and you take a holistic approach. So help the listeners get a little bit more context. 'Cause obviously, we have a ton of business owners that listen to this. It's mainly business owners. Let's fast forward to today. What do you focus on today when it comes to working with your clients? I'm assuming your ideal client is a business owner, but maybe you can get a little bit more specific. Walk me through that.
Yeah, I go from early startups, but they usually can't afford me. And so I lean in and I help. In fact, I just got a request from a company that so I work with the Founder Institute. 8 years I've been mentoring go-to-market strategy, teaching and then mentoring students on go-to-market strategy. 8 years I've been doing that out of Palo Alto. But the ideal client becomes somebody that is between 5 million and 50 million.
Got it.
But I can scale up and down. Ultimately, the question is, how can I help? And the
Yeah.
approach is very simple. I can design an engagement model that fits a person's budget. But what I'm not
Mm,
willing to negotiate on is somebody that's not willing to work on themselves and work with me to help them work on themselves and their business. Because I care that you, as an individual, the entrepreneur, the business owner, is clear about who they are and what they want to accomplish in life.
somebody who has a
I
growth
hold a
mindset.
space to ask that question.
Yeah. So if they're not interested in growing, they're probably not an ideal client.
Yeah, they're not. I presented somebody yesterday to an investor. We were all polite, but the investor afterwards, after we hung up, called and said, Polly, the guy's not ready. He's got to work on himself. The
Yeah.
founder was just talking about the opportunity, and the investor kept saying, we invest in people.
Yeah. Okay, so walk us through the different ways that you generate revenue in your companies. Because if I'm understanding correctly, the D'Souza Group is a holding company, right?
Correct. It's the main holding company. It's a consulting company. And then I've got Small Biz Fight Club, which is an invitation only engagement platform. Every Wednesday we get on a Zoom call
Got it.
and I got people from Milan and these guys are calling it 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning with Portugal, from Lisbon and Milan. I got Sydney, Australia. It's at least 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock there. All
Yeah.
over the US, because in Madrid, Puerto Vallarta, I got a guy calling in
Yeah.
from Sao Paulo. So it's a beautiful 15, 20 people. But that's the giveaway. I don't charge for that. For me,
Mm,
how I get accounts and clients is through engagement where we get to know each other.
got it. Okay. And you said there the engagement can fit any specific client. Is there a typical client engagement of
I
what?
like B2B because B2C anymore is more math. It's the math around conversion,
Yep.
and it's how much money can you throw at the market to get eyeballs and then come in. The New Balance story is great, right? They have the new CEO. He came in and he flipped their budget. 70% he went to influencers, 30% he was giving on their ad budget. They spent on discounts. The previous person did 70% on discounts, 30% on
Influence.
influencers. But
Yeah.
even that flip around, 18 months later of influencers engaging the brand is suddenly hockey stick took off. I don't think there's an alternative anymore to engagement, and I would add to authentic engagement, which is
Mm,
why I keep Small Biz Fight Club closed. I almost never market it.
yeah.
I'll only invite. We have a big speaker coming on tomorrow on Wednesday, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Mountain. And I sent personal messages to a bunch of people and asked them, please, if you've got other business owners that you trust that are looking for funding, that want to scale, that are actively wanting to go someplace, tell them to join tomorrow because we have an investor coming in. So that for me, I think marketing, the word and the linguistics and the practices and the mindset around
Mm,
what we historically call marketing And historically, what we call sales are prehistoric terms.
So
And words we should not repeat,
okay, I have a challenge ahead of me because I repeat those words every single day. So
right?
let's
So they're good for contextual
yeah,
conversation, bad for business models. And I'll tell you why.
tell me.
Dude, I can't tell you how many CMOs and VPs of sales I put together and asked them the question, who's your ID client? What's your ICP? What's your ICP? Same company. They give me two different answers. 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And they wonder why they're not closing.
Yeah.
Ultimately, a customer with a brand is having a single conversation of engagement. Whether it's the pre-marketing material, whether it's the sales material, whether it's the onboarding material, whether it's a customer support engagement, for them, they're calling Avis.
Yeah.
They're engaging with Nordstrom's, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now, the in this digital world, you're building relationships with people consuming content of some sort. So engagement is the term. How
Engage.
well is your content engaging with your customer?
So let's dive into that a little bit further because we have a lot of consultants that listen to this. With your consulting arm, when you're looking to increase engagement, I was about to say generate more leads. Like when you're looking to increase engagement, what is your approach? What are you currently doing to get more clients for consulting?
I'm speaking the client's language, and how do I get to know the client? I invite them to Small Biz Fight Club.
Okay.
And here we're having conversations. We start with the meditation, the clarity. Hey, what's your visualization? Nothing. I don't
Mm,
go into the spirituality of anything. I'm like, hey, zero in, feel yourself, feel your center. Take a moment. Your problems will be there when you get there. Don't worry about it. Create a space and remember why you are in business and what is the end game. What does success look like?
start with the end in mind.
Now I'm communicating with that person at a level of authenticity.
Yeah.
I
So,
literally had a client tell me on Small Biz Fight Club, listen, I just launched this new product. It happens to be B2C, right? And he says, I'm not good at it. I've designed it, but I need somebody to take this off my plate.
mm,
So I put a team together. We took it
yeah.
off his plate.
I'm curious how, so if Small Biz Fight Club is the main focus when it comes to bringing on more consulting clients.
Yeah, I have the privilege. I'm super focused and busy. I've got some clients myself. I work with Labyrinth.ai. It's pretty much my 100% because it's a huge funded startup, right?
Yeah,
We're bringing regulatory enhancements and automations, if you would, not enhancements, automations to the regulatory process using AI, right? So we build these models for large construction projects. And that's taking a lot of time because they're really hitting the gas. But I'm a zebra. I know my colors, right? We're all wired this in a specific way. And my wiring says I serve entrepreneurs. And so for me to keep my own balance, I still maintain Small Biz Fight Club and I'm putting deals together.
got it. Got it. So it's not something that you're looking to scale tremendously in terms of let me get 10, 20 clients a month. It's more so you've got Labyrinth, that's the focus, and then you do
Labyrinth and Quotes is the main client, but I'm constantly building my community because this is how I give back and I build engagement.
got it.
Because
And
you
that's
never know small as consultants, you have to constantly be marketing.
yeah. And it's a free community, correct? Small
It's
Biz
a
Fight
free,
Club.
totally free. Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
Attending this invitation only weekly call and all the coaching and everything that comes on the call, totally free. Usually an hour, sometimes hour and a half. We've had a 3 hour session. One of the
Yeah.
rules of Fight Club is we don't close that circle until everybody's heard.
Wow. Why have you not charged maybe a low ticket monthly, like 47 bucks, 97, 147?
Because I'm not looking for big numbers, I'm looking for engagement.
Got it. I see.
Because engagement keeps the gate open for you.
Mm,
People come and don't engage, and they try. One of the other taglines is only sharing, no selling, only sharing.
yeah.
One of my taglines is you're not alone anymore. So any problem you have in business to either move yourself individually, personally, or your business, talk, ask for help, find the right help you need that serves you. I want to make sure it's a place of trust.
Yeah. I'm super curious your perspective on this. This is something I ask everyone is what does the sales process look like from the consulting side? So I'm curious your perspective. Once a lead does come in, somebody raises their hand, they're like, hey, Paul, I want to work with you further. What steps do you take them through to get them to convert into a client?
I'll reframe it a little bit. because I have a very clear methodology of how you move down this engagement model, right? Yes, you call it a lead, and then has a lead being contacted, then it's an MQL. I go MQL 1, 2, and 3. So I'm
Mm,
qualifying against need, qualifying against budget and timeline. Only
mm,
then is it an SQL.
got
The
it.
weakest link in most companies, and this is for all your business owners, make sure you focus on teaching your teams how to qualify. Teach them how to ask the tough questions
Yeah.
with a smiley face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how can I help you? Tell me the context. What's the problem? What's going on? How can I help? And then shut up. That's the ultimate closing sentence because they will tell you how to sell them after that.
Yeah.
And
Got
then, is this something that you have assigned a budget for? Very few salespeople ask that question.
it. Yeah.
And when does this need to be completed? If you've got a budget, that means now you're not solving. I don't solve problems. I only solve funded problems.
Yeah. Funded problems. If they have a budget that they're willing to allocate for it and they
So the term is, are you solving strategic initiatives?
got it.
Everybody has problems.
Yep.
Has it become a strategic initiative? Distinction?
Yeah.
It is now got a budget, and the board is looking at it, or the CEO is looking at it, or the CEO's wife is looking at it, and
Yeah.
they say, we got to solve this problem. If they haven't said it needs to be solved, and here's the money, how are we going to solve it? Don't talk about it. Get
Yeah.
out, run away from those people really fast and put them on the burner to just stay in touch when they have a budget, when it becomes an issue they want to solve. Because you'll find salespeople get very excited about, I can solve this problem for you, but it may not be a problem they want to solve yet. We are all living with problems.
May not be a problem they want to solve yet. That's powerful.
I wish I had hair, but am I going to spend $1 trying to get a wig? No.
The turkey, spend $5,000 on a transplant.
Right. Why?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
No.
No, I
But
get
is it a problem? It's not a problem anymore, but at one point I thought it was. Now it's like with my good looks, forget about it, right?
yeah.
But the question is having the clarity. So let me go back to how I frame it out. I'm always first, and this is where that no more marketing and sales comes into perspective. It's engagement. Replace marketing with engagement. Replace sales with conversion. Because when you say marketing, oh, yeah, I'm going to market to this person and I'm going to close the deal and make a sale, it seems finite. But a
Mm,
relationship is never finite.
yeah.
It's a
Versus,
continuous dance of engagement and conversion to a deeper level of trust.
yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
So you go from first you got to build rapport, and then you got to build trust.
Yep.
From a place of trust, now you maybe that's a lead, but my question is only then will they engage with you and start telling you their problems and air their dirty laundry,
Yeah. Yeah. Once
right?
you have that, yeah.
Without those two, they're non-negotiable.
Yeah. The
I can
engagement.
trust you to be a good surgeon, but if I don't have rapport with you, I don't want you touching my body.
Yeah.
Or I
100%.
can really like you as a person, but if you're not a good surgeon and I don't trust you as a surgeon, you're still not touching my body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people don't realize that those are the building blocks upon which you build your transaction model.
Yeah.
And you get that through networks, you get that through introductions, you get that through writing books, right? I got it through writing my book. This took me from a sales guy to an author and
What's the
somebody
name
that
of
the
the book?
market took seriously.
Can you show that book one more
Oh,
time?
yeah, this is the book I wrote many years ago. The market has changed. Have
Have
you?
you? Paul DeSouza. Yeah, the market has changed. Have you?
And
I'm
I
s-
wrote it back in 2008 and 9 because the market had totally changed.
yeah. I'm super curious for you. With all the things that you have going on, what is your vision? What's the goal that you're striving towards right now, if any?
For me, it's contribution. That's why I do Small Biz Fight Club. And then I'll invite for people that want to I'm the connector. So, in quotes, my nut is taken care of. I'm committed to Labyrinth. But what I like to do is I want to leverage. I've got so much in quotes wisdom or connections or stuff I can give and contribute. And it's really beautiful to contribute. So
Yeah.
then I do Small Biz Fight Club. It's me giving back. And from there, we get these conversations that require engagement. Hey, do you
Mm,
know an investor? Hey, can you help me with this? And then I'm taking mentorship and I get in a mentorship role or what have you. And that I'll keep doing.
yeah.
That's the long tail.
Got it. The
And I
long
live on a horse ranch. Come for the weekend. I just had somebody visit from Guadalajara. He has a business there. Come and visit. I had a gentleman from New Jersey come 3 weeks ago. People come to the ranch come and visit, and then I coach them and I just mentor them on the side. I can only take a few, but I want to build that it's the quality of work I want to do. And then obviously I want to get comp. So since I don't need the cash up front, I can partner with you now and give me a seat at the table and I'll help you scale.
Yeah,
If it's the right fit, and I'm going to be very selective, it's based on your partnership.
I like that. So I guess if you could talk to, with all the principles, because you have a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge to share with the world. So if you were talking to new entrepreneurs and you wanted to give them a piece of advice around how do you build a business that truly serves you? I'm using my own language here, but a business that truly serves you, something where it's fulfilling, where you're taking a holistic approach and you're not just burning yourself and forgetting about all the other things that matter in life. So, what would you
But it
have to
goes
say?
back, it starts with a question. Take the time to know who you really are and what's important to yourself. That's really key.
Mm,
So I say we talk about the masterminds. I've been in mastermind groups with Jay Abraham and Jeff Hazlett and the publishers that did Chicken Soup of the Soul. And it was just a total waste of time and money. But you should have a mastermind because the power of two or three minds coming together is very powerful.
yeah.
But the question is, who's in your mastermind? And I suggest your mastermind is you and your partner at home, and be very careful who you bring in as a business partner.
Mm,
And you, as a team, I'll say of the collective guys, you come together and be clear about why are we doing what we're doing? What's the end game? What does success look like?
yeah.
Because the modern day, the current investor, that especially the guys I like working with, and there's a growing number of them, the conscious capitalists are not investing in business opportunities, they're investing in people.
Mm,
I'm part of the group. We're doing an event in August. It's called Impact Accelerator Summit.
yeah.
Bringing about 30, 40 investors. We're only going to have 100 businesses in the room. And we're going to spend 3 days together getting to know people, not listening to pitches.
Yeah. I like that. We, sorry, go for it.
Because every game, every strategy you invest in is going to pivot, is going to pivot, is going to pivot.
Yeah.
That's almost irrelevant anymore.
Yeah.
But who's at the helm is very relevant. That person on that team stays. So we want to make sure we're aligning, and that's what the reason I do Small Biz Fight Club is really to qualify people,
Yeah.
figure out what's the best way to help them succeed and do I want them in my life. But I'll
Yeah.
contribute and I'll contribute all along the way.
Yeah. It's
Then
like you were
I'll
saying.
lean in based on the level of engagement that I have, and I'll do the conversion. I'll opt in myself. So I have this concept called the opt in close. You want people to opt in to do business with you. Hey, come and join my team.
Yeah.
Can
And
you
the,
help me with this?
yeah. And they're
Can you
come,
take this off my plate?
yeah, it's a very different frame.
Yeah.
I'm curious. We have a lot of people that listen to this that do a variety of different things. What do you feel like is the biggest challenge you're facing right now? What are you looking for help with?
Me, there's two things. One is on the front end, I always stand in I don't want to might sound weird, the humility of you got to have deal flow. So I'm always looking for the right people to work with. It doesn't take much, but you got to have the right people, even on the inbound lead opportunities. Fine tuning that ICP is critical, and that ICP should support the whispers of your heart.
Yeah.
You want to work with people that support who you are.
Mm,
There's 7 billion people on the planet. It doesn't take many
yeah.
to live a good life, right? So I'm always looking for the right people. And on the back end, I'm looking for scale. I'm looking for teams, other consultants, other service providers. Like right now, shit, man, I want to get who has mastered outbound sales calls. I got an opportunity right now.
Yeah.
And you got to be using AI, you got to use technology, but there's so much noise in the AI space,
Yeah. That makes
right?
a lot of sense.
And
So
I'm in that space, right? So I know it very well.
yeah.
We build models for companies. But my question is for the SMB market, I'd love to meet service providers that say, hey, Paul, we have an offering for SMBs on to help them scale because I always want to scale, right?
Yeah.
Because my most valuable offer is you come and spend time with me, but here on the ranch, and it's just not a small ticket item, right?
Yeah.
It's $10,000 and 90 days. I'll give you coaching, but you can come and stay for free. You come and visit me for a couple of days. I'll cook for you, bring some bourbon, and then I'll mentor you for 90 days, right? As an example. I
There
could do
you
that
go.
all day long, but I'm not going to trust somebody to come to my house if I don't like you and I
Yeah.
don't trust you. It's the quality of the lead.
100%.
I'm not looking for numbers.
Yeah. So you're looking for help on the front end in terms of getting more lead
Quality leads.
engagement.
Yeah, I just turned down a friend of mine
Yeah.
from India. He's really good services guy. He says, "Hey, I'm not doing leads anymore, but I'm a community builder." And I said, "The first rule of Small Biz Fight Club, first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about it." So no, I'm not building a
Yeah.
community. I'm not putting information out there. This is the hidden club.
Yeah. So then with that being said, it's funny because I was just about to ask you, how can people join Small Biz Fight
Get to
Club?
know me. Yeah, reach
How
out,
can
right?
people reach
Yeah,
out to
Paul
you?
at DeSouzaGroup.com, right? Paul at, yeah. Get to know me, build a relationship, apply, but let's have a conversation.
Yeah,
I'll have 500 conversations. No problem with that.
there you go.
But
Okay.
everybody, I got to know the backstory. They're invited by somebody who's a member. There's an application form, DeSouzaGroup.com/community. Please go ahead.
Awesome.
But we need to know who you are because I don't record. I record, but I don't let anybody else record because people want to feel a sense of trust,
Yep. Privacy.
privacy, because there's enough noise in the market.
Yeah.
And what I care about is the only way, and this is for a message for everybody listening, the only way you will scale your business is if your customer base trusts you for what you say you're going to help them with.
Awesome.
And the second thing is the more money you want to make, you got to solve bigger problems. There's a direct correlation there,
100%.
right? The bigger the problem you solve, the more compensation you have.
Yeah. I love that. Paul, I wish we had 3 hours to chat.
No doubt.
I'm good.
I
I'm gonna
really
reach out.
appreciate the questions. You do that.
Yeah,
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate your time. I'm gonna reach out for Small Biz Fight Club, so hopefully I can get in.
By
Hopefully.
the way, please, this is tomorrow. We have an amazing speaker, part of a family fund. And he's actually going to lead. We do this with consciousness. One of my collaborators is Satyan Raja with warriorsage.com.
Cool.
He should actually be on your podcast as well. But his CEO is going to be on our call tomorrow. So you personally, please join us tomorrow. I'll
Thank you
send
so
you
much.
information.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So that wraps up another insightful episode of Founders Future. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to reach out to Paul D'Souza on LinkedIn. We're going to have all of the links,
Yeah.
and so it's going to be pretty easy. And if you're a business owner and you're looking to scale your business and really enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to discover how we can support your growth journey. Until then, keep on climbing.